We took what we wanted. And now, we have the power. And nobody can stop us. All began
everyone, it is your favorite girl on the rocks, of course, and we're here with another episode of Raw Urban Music Sessions. And it might look a little different than how we usually have it set up, but don't worry, we have the same amazing show for you with special guests. And I'm so happy to get to know more of them. We have the Villins here. And you guys see this stage set up. We just had an amazing performance that was Kiss Me Again. So let's have our special guests introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about them before we dig into the music. So please, let's start with you and then work our way down.
Hi, I'm Jessica and I am the lead vocalist.
I'm Kareem. My nickname's Jesus. I play guitar and produce.
So I'm so happy to have you guys. We've had such a great conversation before the cameras came on, getting to know each other. So thank you so much for making your way over. So I know you guys aren't originally from Staten Island. So where are you guys from?
We're based in Manhattan.
Okay.
I'm originally from Jersey and Kareem is originally from Manhattan.
Awesome. All right, so you guys are right across the water.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on down. I know as
Thank you.
musicians, with all of the equipment and everything, it becomes a little bit crazy, but your stage presence, besides just the setup, is incredible. So can you give us a little bit of background on how you guys get ready for a performance?
You want to take that?
Well, I mean, you can see from performance we do, we really like to bring like a little bit of production value to the things we do. It's just stuff that we like to do. We have fun building shows and making little cues and things like that. So we probably go a little bit far with that stuff, but we also try to make all the little things we do sort of count. And we make a lot of the stuff that we use ourselves and try to make it really portable. It's a lot of fun for us, like festival style, being able to throw together a show and just throw it up really quick and bring a really good show.
The way you guys move on stage and the way you guys sync with each other, do you guys spend hours on hours practicing that before you get to your gig, or is it just a natural way of being?
For our show, we do, we have like, practiced our choreography.
Okay.
We do like to keep some of the parts of our show just like loose and, kind of rock and roll and whatever happens.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we do like having some of it tightly choreographed because it's fun for us. So.
Awesome. And when did you guys start performing together?
That was our first Villins show was in 2016.
Wow, so it's been a while. You guys have been making this progress. So how is this flow? How has been the peaks and the valleys of this journey?
Oh, it's been so up and down. Like when we first started, it was, we both came from very different projects, and starting something from the ground up, from completely nothing, and building that up into something that became a thing in New York City was very difficult to do.
Absolutely.
So we played show after show after show and would, release song after song after song. And then finally, I would say in about like 2018, 2019, we started to get more bookings and play some bigger, cooler venues. So yeah, we've had a lot of peaks and valleys. And of course, when the pandemic hit, that was like, oh my gosh, what are we
gonna do? Yeah.
But through that, we like recorded an EP and kind of came out on the other end of it.
And kept it creative.
Yes.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right, well, we're gonna have some more music. You guys stay tuned. We have more of the Villins coming right up.
You know what's the best part about being a villain? We get to have all of our naughty fun. So tonight, we're gonna have some naughty fun together. It's playtime. I want your hands all over me. You can do what you want with me. It's a serve your imagination. Baby, I'm just a toy, nothing else. Please pick me up on the sun. I look good from far away, but all I want is to play close to mine. Shut your eyes, it's playtime. Dress me up in the sky. You're legendary life. It takes time. If you want to hide away, if you need a great escape, when you're okay, you make me feel like a real live girl. When you play with me, I'll do anything you want me to, anything you want. Fill me, shake me, even try to break me. Keep me here inside your world. When you play with me, you make me feel like a real live girl. Play with me. When you're okay, you make me feel like a real live girl. When you play with me, I'll do anything you want me to, anything you want. Fill me, shake me, even try to break me. Keep me here inside your world. When you play with me, you make me feel like a real live
That was Playtime. Villains are here. I did it. You see that? We were just talking about this before the camera came back on. The Villains. This is...
Villins.
Oh, I loved it, the suspense. So, Playtime, we just finished that song up, and I'm looking over here at your stage setup, and I'm like in love with the guitars. So, tell me a little bit more about some of the instruments you play, and then, of course, some of the things that you do aside from singing in the band.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So the guitars that I have some pretty cool Swarovski's crystal work laid onto them by a very good friend of mine, Robert Cantor, has a company called Cantor Guitars that does my guitars, and Steve Stevens from Billy Idol and some other people. And these are old tour guitars of mine. So we put a lot of work into those, and they're pretty rad.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And how about you?
I'm also a pianist. So when we do our full show, we have like a little segment where I play piano, which I totally love. And then other than that, I basically just sing. So
That's awesome. So
Great
take me on the journey of your songwriting process.
Okay. Our songs, a lot of the songs that you've heard and that you're hearing today, they all started, a lot of them started as just like a concept or a title or an idea. So we weren't really even playing around with music too much. Like we would come up with a title or a concept and then the music would kind of follow, right?
Yeah,
You would say?
for sure.
Yeah. And like Playtime, that song is, it's kind of like a edgier, darker pop kind of trip. So playing around with kind of like a darker groove and
we weren't some of that stuff we weren't even really thinking about playing live, we were deep in the lab, just like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
we were right in.
like that song started like real MPC style, and like a lot. I mean, it depends on the songs, but Playtime, another song we'll play later today, Bodies. There's just songs that really started as like, you know, grooves, MPC style, just like a loop, and like me playing sub bass, you know. So we really wrote those songs a little more like R&B style, and then added the layers of guitar and they started becoming what they became live. But they really started as the grooves and the bass lines.
And where are some of your favorite venues to play here in New York City, as far as space and staging? Because I know all of that all plays into it. So.
One of the venues that we love playing is the McKittrick Hotel.
Okay.
They're like the home of Sleep No More. We just felt like we really fit in there because it's kind of like it's a very theatrical venue.
It's not really a traditional venue.
Right, it's not like a traditional rock venue.
Awesome.
So yeah, we were kind of like almost able to be a part of their show in a way, in a sense. It felt like doing theater, so that was kind of cool. But we also love playing Arlene's Grocery, which is more of a traditional rock venue. We used to have a residency there, and we just have like some awesome fam in that venue. So
it's always good to see, you know, the people who really support every time, every show. You see those happy faces in the front row.
Sure.
Ooh, that was a little bit of a. You see what I did there, you guys? There's a little bit of a rhyme going on there. I don't know, I'm getting a little inspired. But we are going to get into the new single right now. So you guys sit tight. We have more music. Villains are here to stay. Let's get into it.
They call us villains. Because we just can't help ourselves. Every time our bodies touch. We can't resist the power. Feel our bodies touch and go insane. I always want you so much, it's hard to take. You and me is something straight out of a dream. So how could I be the one to blame? It always seems like I have control, but then I go crazy when I feel our bodies touch underneath a spell. Nothing can save me when I feel our bodies touch body. Guess the walls are falling. Fires are burning everywhere. Angels are calling. When I feel our bodies touch, I lose my mind. I can't help myself. You are the one I can't deny. You and me together like a fantasy. Feels so good that it's hard to believe. It always seems like I lose control. It drives me crazy when I feel our bodies touch. I can't resist. Nothing can save me when I feel our bodies touch body.
You just heard the new single, Bodies. Everyone, make sure that you go listen after the show as well to keep supporting. Villins, please tell us a little bit about this new single and what it took to create it and the creative juices that are flowing and a little bit of your genre that goes into it too.
So we call ourselves gothic disco when it comes to genre, and I think this song is a little bit dream poppy as well.
Okay.
This song, we were inspired to write this song when we first came together. The hook line is when I feel our bodies touch. So it was kind of like the push and pull of us coming together is kind of what created this song. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is it like being a couple and making this amazing music too? Because Bodies, you're a couple, and I'm sure making music is such an intimate thing too, right? Mm-hmm. So what is it like being a couple in this industry and also performing together? You guys have to feed off one of another.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's like you're really going there. No, to me, it's like there's like gigs and work, and then there's what your life is.
Yeah.
And so I think for some people in entertainment, there can be sort of a limit to how stoked you actually are. Like you're working, but it's like the sacrifice. Or it's like
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what our lifestyle is we really do what we want to do. We do what we like to do, and I'm really committed to that. So it's amazing. We're on stage together. We surf together. We do all the things that we do, and we work hard at the things we do. We're passionate about what we do, but we don't make apologies for what we do. We don't, we're not stressing out when we're doing something else about what other people are thinking. Like, this is it, so it's our life. It's not a gig. It's not a job. It's like, this is our life.
Your livelihood, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys are basically pushing this genre that you're creating, right? Because you guys have your own sound. And then with your stage presence and the choreography and everything, how challenging has it been to stick to your sound?
I guess like that kind of goes back to when we first started writing all of this music, because we're really trying to stay true to who we are,
right?
And our true inspirations. And so this genre, this gothic disco music that we're essentially creating, is a true fusion of what we really love.
Absolutely.
So it's tricky, like when you're obviously creating something that other people don't do.
Aren't used to,
right?
Right.
Yeah. But it's also amazing, So in its way, it has its ups and downs, but
Absolutely.
But yeah, in the end, it feels really good to be so unique.
Absolutely. How about you? How do you feel about just creating this whole thing from the ground up?
Well, in terms of like the genre of music and the music that we do, for us, it's really just sort of honest to who we are and where we come. Like we came together over some of our favorite metal music, like both love Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, and Dire of Amendment. This one like moment in metal music, but I also grew up. My mom's a gospel singer and a soul singer, so I grew up in that world musically. Jess comes from Finland, is really into rock music, and all those things sort of come together. So a song like Bodies, you can really hear the beat, the backbeat, and the sub bass and stuff. It's R&B. It's but then the guitar stuff is of the things we connect to Randy Rhoads stuff and all that, and we really sincerely love all these things equally. So it's not that we choose to be a strange, it's just who we are.
It just naturally comes out that way. I love it.
Yeah.
So let's get into it, you guys. Gothic disco. I like it. I mean, I was back here like, I want to dance. I want to go up there and be their background dancer, their background singer. You guys, I'm ready. So we have more music coming for you right now. Stay tuned.
They warn me, but I never listen. Cannot resist the chance. Say my prayers to save myself, but I can't seem to stop raising hell. And now they only me in a church. I get scared of us when we're together, 'cause there aren't many things that feel much better. What we're capable of, when we call it love, it's true. You gave me rain of the dead, a natural monster. Healed by the hand of the light giver. When you put your hands on me, I knew there was no turning back, baby. 'Cause you made me see the girl I really am. The queen of the dead, a natural born sinner, healed by the hand of the light giver. The queen of the dead, a natural born sinner, healed by the hand of the light giver. The queen of the dead, natural born sinner, healed by the hand of the light giver.
You just heard Light Giver. Villins, where are you guys going to be performing next? Let the people know where they can find you.
So right now, actually, we are booking some stuff for the fall. So we still have some stuff kind of like pending. But we are working hard on our next music and kind of feeling what we want to release next, because we have so much music that isn't out there in the world yet.
Yeah.
So just kind of working on our next material.
And with that being said, right, we have 4 songs that you guys performed for us tonight, which we are so grateful. How do you guys pick what songs you're going to perform for a special event, a gig, something huge or something more intimate? What is the process where you guys sit down and say, all right, I like this one. No, I don't want to do this one. No, we should do this. Like, tell me about that.
I think for us, a lot of that comes down to how the big picture is going to flow.
Right.
So for something like today, we're saying, well, we're going to do 4 songs. We're really thinking about how we can put 4 songs together that are going to flow together.
Right.
But just for ourselves, we don't like to do a lot of, okay, and then this song is this, and this song is that. Many of my favorite artists are very humble, and we'll sit down with acoustic guitar and just play a song.
Yep.
Here's a song I wrote. Just because of the nature of what we do, we really like every time we do something to put together a whole little picture. Mm-hmm. So it's really just getting 4 pieces that really click together, and it's usually pretty obvious.
Yeah.
What's gonna work.
Awesome. I love your look. I love the music. You guys really took this space and turned it into something totally different. All right? Like, when we break this down, I'm going to be so upset because I wish our space looked like this all the time, because the lights, the lasers, it's just va-va-voom. And I know that this is our first time hanging out and talking, but I'm super proud of you guys and just the way that you deliver it, even your marketing. So please let us know where we can find you online so that we can tell everyone watching now to go and support.
Sure. So you can find us at our website, villins.com, or we're also at Villins Official on Instagram and Twitter, and Villins on Spotify, iTunes, all of that good stuff.
And, I really want to loop back onto the fearlessness of the both of you. Do you have any advice for anyone out there who is creating music and just wants to get it out there but is doubting themselves, or there's something blocking them from doing it? Do you have anything you want to put out there for them?
You always have to keep going. No matter how rough it gets, And no matter if you wake up that day and you feel like you want to quit, you just can't, because you never know what could be waiting right around the corner for you.
Absolutely.
I would say too that when you're in this, being an artist, or whether it doesn't have to be music, that the big breaks and like success for most people, it's the day after you quit. It's the week after you quit. Or it's the fourth time that you quit. That it's life is not charmed, and a lot of people imagine that people just luck into it or whatever, but it's right past that point where I can't take it. That's when it happens.
Yep.
So even though it's hard, it's really everything accumulates and is moving forward, and really good things happen when. I've had amazing things happen when, I definitely already gave up. And then things got amazing. And then things got hard again, they got amazing again. They get better.
It's a roller coaster for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Villins, thank you so much for sticking around with us at Raw Urban Music Sessions. We hope to have you back soon. We're right over here in Staten Island. You guys are right over in Manhattan, so you'll be seeing me.
Okay.
We'll be here. So you guys make sure you follow them online. Follow us, Raw Urban Music Sessions, and of course your favorite girl on the rocks. And we will be back soon with more music and special guests.